I haven't done a vase in ages. Okay then, on the lathe I have a piece of Malaysian Acacia. It's about 5 by 5 by 10. And I'm going to do a tulip vase out of it. I haven't done a vase in ages and I need some for stock. I don't know if it's going to succeed until I get into the wood, because there is a big knot there that I've treated with CA. And there's a big knot there on the end. I would say the odds are the two of them probably join up in the middle of this. So I may have to do some CA stuff on it. Just to get it to stay. But the first thing I'm going to do is round it off and stick it in a chuck. So we'll get on with that. Right then, we're in the chuck. And it looks like there's a knot, right? And it looks like it does join to this one because there's a big crack going up there. Right? So it looks like it does join up. There's another one there, just starting to crack. There's another crack there. Yeah. Right, so first thing I'm going to have to do is treat all of those. So we'll get on with that, and it's just going to be sawdust and CA. I'll try to solidify that knot as well. So that's around about where this, where that knot is around about where this vase is going to have a belly in it. Right then, let's see how that goes. I'll just stick the mask back on and we'll keep going. Right, now first thing I want to do is straighten up this edge, so at least I can see what I'm doing design wise. Right, let me straighten it off. There's something on this end. There's like a really hard piece, because it's making the gouge bounce every single time it hits it. So a little speed, I think. Just power through it. The knot. Just trying to find out what the hell is causing that bounce. Don't know. Right, we'll keep going. Alright, just want to get the rim straight first. Get a good cut on the rim. These tulip vases are kind of my standard vase that I do. Right, I'm putting another edge on this because this is not cutting well. I'm going to have to really concentrate on getting clean cuts on this because it's not cutting that well. Yeah, that's a bit better. Right, now we start going in. This tulip style vase is very, very popular on the stall. Yeah, it's definitely a massive bumper. Right, I'm going to go to a ball gouge. It's got a thinner profile, so it should cut cleaner. Fighting with that bump. I won't be putting any accents on this because I don't think it needs it. Right, can you hear that bump? There's something in there that's moving the gouge, and I do not know what it is. Back to the Continental, just get the shape in. I got most of the bump out. Right. As normal, get the rough shape in, then leave it to finish up. Base about there. Just give myself an idea where I'm going. How's that not doing? Yeah, well, what I'll do is it seems to be holding. So what I'll do is I'll finish cutting the shape and then treat that, and then do the finished cuts. Sharpen the gouge again. Anybody who's seen me do one of these tulip vases before knows the kind of shape I'm looking for. So I like doing these ones because they are very, very popular on the stall. They sell very well. This was it. I'd love to know what it is that's causing that bounce up there. I just can't see anything that would do it. Alright then. That is going to look cool if I can get it to finish. Alright, the cuts are rough. Cuts are quite rough actually. But I'm going to sort that out so that I can do the finished cuts on it. Get that crack on up there, that crack on up there. Alright then. I'm gonna let that dry. And then we'll see what we can do about it. Right then, that CA is dried. Freshly sharpened gouge. Now we're gonna try and get the final shape and the finished cuts on this. So we'll start up here. So this part isn't cutting all that well, this top part. No, that's okay. Right, now we're trying to get a finished cut here on the swoop. Still getting that bounce. But the cut is... Okay, no, just there isn't. Yeah, that's better. Now we're going to get that cut from there to there. And down to there. That cut. Now I see it. That there really is a nasty little knot. I'd say that that crack there is what I'm bouncing on. I'm gonna have to fill that again because that is not good enough. I'm gonna use fine sawdust from the bandsaw and I'm going to push it down into those two little holes. So that seems to be where the problem lies. Yeah, it's quite soft there as well. That's okay. But here it's quite soft. I'm going to push the sawdust right down into it. Nice out of the hole. Couldn't find that for a minute. Remember, this is going to be hollow, so it is important that the outside wall is strong. Right, now we try and get a cut on that. Very light. All I'm really trying to do is take the excess CA off. Still dipped slightly. Oh, needs more work. If I'd have known this was this bad, I probably would have resined it first to fill that crack completely. But as I said, I didn't know until I cut into this what it was like. Try that again. Very light. All I'm trying to do is take off the excess CA. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Alright now, this end doesn't match that end, so I need to go down in here a little deeper. Shaping on this end again, so I'm not worried about finished cuts. Now we go on a finished cut. I don't want anything breaking the curve that's in this. Right, sharpen this gouge again, there's a bump just there. This one is kind of fighting back. With a very slight bump there. Get it? Yeah, I've exposed another hole. I've exposed another hole just there. The thing about knots like this is they can be quite pretty when they're done. The problem is doing them. There's another crack at the hook here and there. Right then, let's try this again. Still not happy with that bottom shape. Getting there. There's a knot. That knot comes down to here, but it looks a bit. As I can feel it opening there, so I need to see out there. And there. Right then, let's try and get this a finished cut here. It's very light. Yeah, there's a couple of tool marks, but with the way this wood is acting, I'll sand them out. You know, this pit. No. Tool's blunt again. Tool is blunt on this corner. That's why I skipped back there. Right, and just got to sort out one there. I'm going to go to a bowl gauge for this. A bit more control. Thinner blade will give me a little more control on it. Curve in. Yeah, that's a little more like the shape I'm after. I don't like that cut. That's cleaner. Right, I'm going to sand and finish the outside of this. I want to see how I might fill that a little bit more with CA and sand it, because that knot really is misbehaving. Alright, so I'll do that and I'll be back in a sec. Alright, just buffing the wax off the outside of this. Turned out quite nice. There's some gorgeous gold in it. And the knot didn't turn out too bad at all. Yeah, it'll make a nice feature. If I'd have known it was inside, would I have done it with resin? Yeah, probably. Because it was a lot bigger than I thought. But as I said at the start, you never know what's inside a piece of wood until you actually cut into it. Like, I knew the knot was there, but I didn't think it was the way it was. Isn't there some lovely golds in that? Right. And there's the knot. Didn't turn out too bad at all. It's going to be a nice feature in this vase. But the golds in this piece of Malaysian Acacia are stunning. They're flashes. Right then. Now we'll just flatten this off and we'll drill it. And I couldn't use one of my normal inserts because they're out of stock everywhere. Nowhere has them in stock. Way too fast. Nowhere has them in stock. So I can't use one of my normal ones. But my wife managed to pick up glasses for me in IKEA of all places. That are pretty close to the size. They're just very slightly smaller. Get rid of that little nub. So the drill bit goes in nicely. So what I have to do is drill it out, and then I'm going to have to back hollow a little bit of it just to make it fit. And there's that knot up there again. So God knows what we're going to face when we hit that in here. I'm just trying to make this level so that the drill bit goes in perfectly straight. Seems to be cutting okay-ish. Right, set up for drilling this. Right, let me check how deep I want to go. About there is good. So put a mark on my tailstock so I know where to go to. Drop the speed on this down to about 400 and we'll start drilling. Right, she has finally drilled. So I'll blow that out first. Right then, now let's see if that hole is big enough. it is up to about there. These new ones flare out a little bit at the top, they're glass rather than plastic. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'll cut the ridge, the rim in, and then I'm going to have to back hollow a little to get that glass to sit in properly. So I'll put an edge on the spindle gouge. Right, hollow this out. More speed than that, I think. I want to get that cut started with a spindle gouge. So I want to check that. You can see where that knot comes out here. Right then, all gouge time. Let's look, see how that's going. Yeah, it's back hollowing nicely. Right. Let me get that in there a little bit. Right, I just have to move that macro camera, sorry. Get a bit of a finish cut on it. Yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna have to fill that. Now I need to start going down inside it to get that glass down in there. Doesn't need a lot, just a little. We'll need to get the longer bowl gouge because I'm gonna need to go deeper. Yeah, it's gone down in. Right, I just need to get the longer ball gouge because I need to go deeper than I am. That should really be it, I would say. Give that a blow out, make sure. And we are hitting bottom. Okay, we are hitting bottom there, I think. Right, now I'm going to use a carbide to clean up that because it's not the cleanest in there. It's going to make sanding worse, but yeah, that's flat now at least. Right then, double check the insert. Yeah, insert goes in, hits the bottom. Yeah, hits the bottom, which is what we're looking for. Now I'll sand and finish that part, and I'll be back in a sec. Okay then, just buffing the wax off. Turned out quite nice. The knot gave me a little bit of trouble inside as well when I was sanding it. I ended up having to fill it a couple of times when I got it blown out and stuff after cutting it. Some of the CA actually leaked all the way through that crack and came out here, so I ended up having to recut and re-sand and refinish this top rim here. But it turned out not too bad. See, there's the crack there. It's a little messy down in deep there, but I just can't get to it. But not too bad. Right, so all I gotta do is part it off and I finish the bottom, and we'll be done. So I'll do that, I'll take it off, I'll give you a better look at it. So I'll be back in a sec. And there we have it, a nice little 9.5 inch Malaysian Acacia vase. As I said, this one put up a fight because of that knot, but I think the knot turned out quite pretty. And then the gold flashes all the way through it. I prefer the other inserts, so I've got to wait till they come back into stock. But what do you think? Was it worth putting up that fight for that knot? I think it might have been. Right then, so if you enjoyed that one, I got anything out of it, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like on the video, and I'll see you in the next one.